What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Luthus Zambo back with Eightfold Fitness. Today we're going into the topic of balancing fitness and your social life. I'm gonna go over my strategy for doing this, and I'm gonna share with you guys a couple embarrassing stories as well. So let's get into it. Alright, before I get into the video, if you find this video helpful or funny from the stories that I tell you, then leave a like, and if you are new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button down below. I make great vegan-based bodybuilding fitness videos. So yeah, let's get into the actual video. Alright, so people can be really overwhelmed with trying to balance their fitness, their health in general, with their social life and their schoolwork. It kind of gets all bunched together and it's hard to keep everything in place, and I know this from personal experience. And up until about 8 months ago, I didn't prioritize fitness as much. I mean, I still love to go out, I still love hanging out with my friends, but I didn't really prioritize my health and fitness as much. I wasn't as serious about it. And going from that point, you don't need to be that serious about it. If fitness is costing you your social life, it really is not worth it. There is a way to balance both. You don't need to be constantly keeping your diet in check and constantly being at the gym. The gym is something that takes about an hour. It should only take you about an hour. You should only be there for 1 to 2 hours or even less. And while I do recommend you go 5 to 6 days a week, like some type of 3-day training split, if you miss a day because you want to go to a party or you have some social gathering, you want to hang out with your friends instead, that is perfectly okay. That is not going to set back your progress completely. You're not going to lose all your gains just by hanging out with your friends for one day. So yeah, it's possible to balance your social life and fitness, and you really want to. You don't want to be completely immersed in your body and yourself. You don't want to be super egocentric. You want to develop a social life. You don't want to be in the gym your whole life. So I'm going to go over what I usually follow in order to balance these two things. But first I want to share with you the type of person that I was about 8 months ago. And it was a little different from right now. I don't think I was as disciplined back then. And I don't know, over these past 8 months, it was kind of just a maturity thing. I do consider myself more mature. That, to some people, that can mean less cool and less fun. A lot of my friends actually suggested this video, so they're probably laughing at it right now. And I gotta tell you guys who aren't close friends to me, who are watching the video, that my friends are pretty crazy. My friends and I, we got into a lot of stuff in high school. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys and say I have been drinking for a while. I started drinking alcohol my freshman year of high school. That's kind of around the same time that everyone else starts, at least in America. I don't know where you live. And this could be seen as pretty young. Yeah, I think it's pretty young, honestly. I was around, what, like 14, 15, drinking alcohol. Yeah, and when you're that young drinking, you kind of don't know what your limits are at first, and you kind of just do whatever, you know? I did things in the past to try to impress people, especially when I was at my old school, University of Albany, for my freshman year of college. I would do things that would be a little questionable today. And I remember the first few weeks at Albany, I was so just immersed in college life and the whole drinking culture there. That is what I really focused on. I was going to the gym, but obviously the amount of alcohol I was drinking was probably killing some of my gains. And actually none of my crazy friends from high school went to University at Albany, but when we came back for breaks, I believe it was Columbus Day weekend of my freshman year in college, we came back and we had this crazy idea to consume a ridiculous amount of alcohol. It was Four Loko. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I'll put a picture somewhere in this video right now to show you what it looks like, but I'm not going to disclose any more information about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that it was a lot of that alcohol. And what ended up happening was, for the first time, I actually had to go to the hospital because of drinking. Hopefully I still have that picture that I can put it up on the screen right now of me in the hospital. Yeah, that was, you know, the type of person that I used to be. I used to drink pretty regularly, probably around like once, twice a week. That freshman year of college was a little more for sure. But yeah, drinking was part of my weekly life. And the most recent story I have of alcohol and me in a bad situation was January of this year, last semester. At the start of the semester, it was the first weekend back. I was out drinking with my suite mates, and we were at some party, and we were about to walk to take the bus back home. We were on some long walkway up to the bus stop, and my suite mate was like, yo, I bet I can beat you in a race. And of course, me being in that state, I was like, oh, no way. I'm not letting this guy beat me. I need to prove myself. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So we raced, I don't know how long it was, probably like 100 yards, something like that. So I'm running as fast as humanly possible. Not really sure what's going on because of the state I was in. That's all I'm gonna say. And I tripped over my feet and landed flat on my face and got a huge mark on my face, and I'll show you a picture of that right now. Yeah, that's what I looked like for, I don't really remember how long I had that little scab on my face. It was probably a few weeks. But yeah, that was a good lesson learned. So yeah, I do have some great memories from drinking. Would I say it was all worth it? Most of it. I definitely made some great memories with my friends from the stuff we did back in high school. You know, I still absolutely love those guys, and I hope some of them are watching the video right now. But this was all before I knew fitness was what I wanted to do. And once I realized that begged the question, do I have to give up this type of lifestyle? So now I'm gonna go over, you know, some rules I follow, I guess laws for myself to follow in order to not really get off track of fitness and also still have, you know, that social life. So firstly, the type of alcohol you consume is pretty important. I used to drink a lot of beer, and like I said before, Four Lokos, I had those sometimes, which just have, I don't even know how many calories it is, probably somewhere near 1,000. So you need to be aware of how many calories you're consuming with this alcohol. Beer is about 100, 200 calories per beer, and if you have somewhere around 8 beers, that can be 1,600 to 800 calories just from beer, and that can easily put you over your calorie limit for the day and can make you gain weight pretty easily, and you can fall off track with your fitness goals. So what I recommend doing is drinking liquor, something with low calorie, and if you do need to mix it, then using something like seltzer water or some diet seltzer, some type of diet soda maybe, although I personally am not an advocate of diet soda. If you really can't handle seltzer, then have some diet soda. But yeah, seltzer, mixing it with some type of liquor like vodka or whiskey or whatever, it works best with vodka. That'll make you not be consuming nearly as many calories. And like I said before, if there's a night where your friends are all doing something, they're going to a party or they're hanging out, you know, just doing some type of social event, and you have to choose between that or going to the gym that day, then you should really choose wisely. Is it really worth putting your friends aside to go to the gym and do something alone? that's really up for you to decide. If you have a big fear of missing out, I really wouldn't recommend that. I would personally put your social life, put your friends over the gym. And as for frequency of drinking, just limit it to once or twice a week. Don't be drinking during the weekdays. That'll probably set back your muscle gains. It'll set back your fitness progress. Even if you're not bodybuilding, it will probably make you gain weight. And alcohol also has some muscle breakdown effects. It does actually help you lose muscle, which is definitely not a good thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. It was kind of just a fun video where I wanted to talk about, you know, some stories of the past and how personally I balance that type of stuff with fitness. So once again, leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.